All right, well, hello and welcome back for the second game of the week as we are going to have the Boston Peregrine Falcons taking on the Denver Apex. Hoping for a good game here, but we'll see what we get. As you can see, Denver sitting at 3-5 in 7th place, while Boston a little bit higher, sitting at 7-1 in 1st place. Look at our weekly schedule, one game down, and it was the 3-0 sweep for Bedford last night. We'll see how these games add on, as again, all of them will matter for the seeding in some way. Moving on to our standings, you can see Inchin and Boston tied at the top, with Boston controlling the top seed, then Daytona and Madison below. Then we have our 5 and 6 figured out, 7 the same, and then the bottom 3 waiting to see how they get sorted out. Moving to our clinch teams, then we can see all 6 locked in, and that is the order in which it happened. Look at our seeding scenarios. Things a little bit simpler after Bedford won theirs, but we have a lot left to sort out, as Boston could clinch the number 1 with this matchup, but we'll see if they manage to. And then we kind of got a mess for 2 through 4 that will be solved by this game, as well as Inchin Daytona, and of course, Madison's as well. Looking then at the play-ins, you can see Denver locked in 7th, and then a bit of a mess between those bottom 3, as Vancouver can be anywhere 8 to 10, Buffalo will be 8 or 9, and KC will be 9 or 10. Moving down then to our stats, we have Gamer and Gavin as the key players, and the stat team averages are 4 to 2 in favor of Boston, with shot percentage and saves being the exceptions. In terms of the player stats, Gamer is the key player, leading 3. However, it's goals and shots to Bacon, and shot percentage to Adam. And then across the board for Denver, it is 6 stats all led for Gavin, leaving him with the advantage. As we are just waiting on one of our teams to get in. As we do have one team in, which as always does mean to me that my lobby is made correctly. And we'll see how we look. But yeah, it's pretty clear. I kind of have to predict Boston, and I feel like I'd be wrong to predict. Okay, here's the thing. Realistically, based on most metrics, this should probably be a quite simple Boston win. 3, maybe 4. But it's Boston. You know? It is Boston. That's the thing. And we've seen them play a lot of close series, especially when they face these lower teams. And so I certainly can't rule it to be easy. And so I'm going to go Boston in 4. I think, I think Boston, obviously we've seen very often here in this season that they are a very strong team, and they've taken down the rest of the top 4, and they've kind of looked unstoppable. At the same time, we've seen a lot of close games, and we've seen them lose to Loudoun. And so I think it's safe to say that Boston can make games close when they probably shouldn't be. And we've talked about their issues with pace, which might be an issue that crops up when they're playing a slower team that kind of forces them to be more proactive about it. And so I could see Denver putting up more of a fight here. And again, we're always hoping for a good series. That for Denver, of course, their seed is locked in, and so they aren't playing for too much in that regard, but they are still fighting for potential. Well, they're fighting for momentum, is the simplest way you can say it. They have had kind of a rough go of things. Obviously, new manager stepping in, meaning they have a new roster that they're trying to figure out. They have effectively lost 3 straight series as they have a win, but it was a forfeit over KC. And yeah, they absolutely and probably would have won that, but you don't know because it was a forfeit and not a game that was played. So it's certainly hard to say. But in the end, we do have our rosters in. And so we should be good to get into this one shortly, although we do need one player still to leave. And so hopefully we will get that soon, and then we will be able to get into this one as we are going to have, again, hopefully a solid series, but we'll see how it goes as we have Boston. Okay, do we have 4? Okay, so yeah, we still have 4 from Denver, so we need Denver 1 to leave. That's what we're waiting on. We need 1 from Denver to leave, and then when that happens, we'll be good. Okay, and there we go. So we are ready to jump into it. It's Boston in blue, Denver in orange, and we get underway here. A best of 5 as always in the regular season. Denver playing for momentum, Boston for the number 1 seed. But which one will come out on top? This one, though, dropped down by Gavin. Luigi trying to catch up. He'll get a 50. Of course, Denver did look pretty good last week up against Madison, pulling them all the way to 5 games. And I don't know if it got all the way to an OT. I know it for a fact it went to 5, of course. And now they have Vaughn stepping in. So they have 4 players for this match. We'll see what that adds or how they look with their new player. Either way, Gavin picking this one up. Early shot saved by Pitt. A bit of an awkward touch, but he manages to get enough on it to play it away. Pitt now up off the right side, looking for a clear. Now forcing a back pass as he knows Gavin's on it, but Gavin still gets the 50. Only Boston players in the air. No one will hit it as Vaughn pops it right back up. Luigi will miss. Gavin will not. Bacon saves. Vaughn diving in. It's pandemonium on the goal line. And it's First Blood Denver. The Apex take the lead as it's pure panic for Boston. And Vaughn scores through the crowd. Now another 50 to the side. Pitt trying to center it out. Bacon will drive under it as I don't know what's going on here. Pitt now will look for a bump. It just kind of sits there and no one does much with it. Pitt now high up in the air again, looking for another touchdown. It's off the back wall, but Adam won't be able to go. Now he might try delayed, but Gavin's already passed him. Bacon is so patient. That's a good clear though. Vaughn's awkward, but he gets a good touch on it anyway. Pigcom now around the outside. Moving in is Adam. He'll bang it off the corner. Couple diving cross. Pitt will center it looking for Bacon, but it's Adam to jump first. He'll go even on the 50 as now Bacon goes for this one. He'll pop it up towards Pitt, but Pitt's touch is just a drop down to Luigi. And Denver will get it away again as Gavin now hits a redirect. That'll go wide to the other corner. Vaughn now trying to follow it downfield, bouncing around the outside. Bacon trying to wait under it. That's a giveaway, but Pitt just barely keeps it out. Boston have been forced back into their half for a lot of this game. Still yet to score. But still a lot of time left on the clock as Gavin pops this one off the back wall again. Vaughn is there. Bacon will get it away. Now Bacon trying to drop it down, looking for another touch. It does still get played away, but it at least made it more awkward. Another shot, though, for Gavin. That's off the post. Luigi sends it home. Boston are getting dominated in game 1, and it's a 2-goal Denver lead. Boston just cannot get out of their half. They cannot get anything towards the net. And it's a 2-0 advantage for the Apex halfway through this game. Vaughn won't really be able to recover for this one. Luigi, though, takes it away from Bacon. Now it's free space for Denver. One gets beat. A second by the shot. Luigi makes it 3. Bacon gets beat there. Pitt gets beat there. Adam can't make the save. 3-0. Denver are rolling away with it. it's just not looking good. Of course, we do have Gamer sitting, which is a unique look for them. But Boston, it's just not working. As Denver haven't looked perfect, but they've looked plenty good enough. As they've put on the pressure and just taken advantage of some really awkward play, as there's no one in the net here yet again, but Bacon gets back in time. Now Bacon looking for another clear downfield. Vaughn is there, up to the backboard, looking for a read. Adam will miss. Gavin puts it wide, but Vaughn, it's off the bar. Could have been number 4, but it won't go across the line. Now trying to drop down again. Luigi pops it up in the air. He beats Adam. They didn't get 4 before. They might now, but Pitt keeps it away twice. Now bouncing it away. There's another shot. It's 4. I mean, Lynx, the problem I would say, I don't think there is a crazy change of pace, because that has been our complaint about Boston for 8 weeks. Now I think it's a more consistent play, and it's certainly going to be a different look. And I mean, Gamer has been the biggest defensive piece for his team, but at the same time, I don't think it's a crazy change of pace. I just think they're going to need to be better. Whether they make the switch, whether they bring in Gamer instead of Pitt, whatever they do. This one bounces away. Gavin looking for the play away. Now Adam up off the corner. Won't get a double. Gavin trying to bring it down. Vaughn trying to pop it up, but just runs ahead of it. Bacon now banging it off the corner. Boston looking for anything, but the shot is wide from Pitt. Vaughn now around Adam, looking for a bump. Bacon will save, but Gavin's there to follow. Gavin, reset. How about 2? Might not have gotten it, but he'll get the goal anyway. I don't even know what happened, but it bounced through 3 defenders, and it's somehow 5-0. I don't even know. 2 jump off the back wall, neither one hits it. Pitt likely expecting his teammates to hit it, so he just kind of watches it go. And it's just kind of easy for Gavin. Didn't even really need to get a shot out of that, as this game is just Denver start to finish. As honestly, this is what is a little bit scary for Boston. Honestly, I feel like if Boston make it to the semifinals, they're going to be one of the favorites to win the league. But that's kind of the question. As this one finds the ground, and so it'll be game 1 going over to Denver. Of course, I will have to look up the shots on ball chasing, because it's already Adam out of the lobby. But, I mean, Boston just couldn't keep up. They just didn't look great in this game. And so as we move towards game number 2, we're just going to need to see a step up from Boston, because this game wasn't it. They could not break out of defense. They could not play defense. And they gave up 5 goals in a shutout first game for Denver. But, of course, we'll see how this one goes as we load in game number 2. It's 1 game to Denver, but, of course, they'll need 2 more to close out this series. Early double commit here, but Gamer's able to follow it up. As, by the way, the shots was 13-4. In favor of Denver in that game. Off the back wall again, missed by Luigi. Bacon shot, easily played there by Vaughn. Gavin trying to chase it away, low boost. Bad dive by Pitt, but Gamer's back in time. No one on that one. Bacon off the left side, looking for another play. Now it's cleared away. Gamer trying to bring it down, looking for another one away. Gavin trying to drop this one down. Now it's 50'd forward again. Another one bouncing down. Pitt not able to go. Luigi now given some free time. Waiting on a bounce. Pops it up. Bacon knocks it down. 1 minute gone. Nothing on the board just yet in this game, but it's Denver picking up right where they left off. Now over to the side. Up in the air yet again. Trying to drop this one down. Now played across again. Now off the backboard, dropping away. Another one cleared out. Bacon off the backboard. Bacon another shot. Pitched wide. Luigi sends it across. Now Vaughn another one downfield. He'll pop it up off the back wall. Gamer sends it out to the side. Pitt trying to clear it forward. This one knocked back away. Gamer another one up high. It's off the bar. Bacon trying to double it, but it just stays up high. And now another 50, but it's only to Luigi. He'll clear it downfield. Gamer blocks it out to the side. Now down the sideline again by Gamer. Bacon trying to jump up. Redirect down. First goal of the series for Boston. And they'll take the lead in game number 2. Bacon a light tap away from Luigi. And that will be a sigh of relief for Boston. But they still have a lot of time to go, and they won't be comfortable for long. Luigi gets it back off the kickoff. Gamer just flips through it. Pidcock cheating a little too close, and of course Bacon turning upfield as well. No one's able to get back for it. And so it is 1-1. 51 though by Denver. Gamer trying to bring it down low on boost. This one will bounce back to him. Trying to catch down the sideline. He'll beat 2. Only Gavin left. Gavin takes the corner, but he gets beat. And it's Pitt. Pidcock puts his team back in front. It's 2-1 Boston. The Peregrine Falcons get another lead. Just over half of this game left to go. And they'll have a bit of an advantage, although I think based on everything we've seen through a game and a half, they certainly can't feel too comfortable about it. As Gavin pops it downfield yet again, Bacon off the back wall, Vaughn will fake it out. Luigi catching up, bouncing it forward. Gamer slams it off the right wall. Bacon now overruns it. Gavin will shoot. It's wide. Leaves it to Luigi. It's wide even further. Pitt now trying to jump up, knocks it away from Vaughn as Luigi's forced to retreat out. Pitt a tap back, Gavin's there, 50'd up in the air. Gamer left alone, but he'll be able to knock it back down. Another one cleared away off the left wall. Bacon clear down, just high off the bar. He'll try to jump up, he won't get back to it. It's cleared away by Vaughn. Pitt now under it again. Another one passed across, and now Gavin plays it into the corner. He'll pass it back out. Shot is high. Bacon will clear it away. Gavin another pinch away. Dropping down to Bacon. He'll bang it up into the corner, looking for a read. He'll center it across. No one's there. Gamer catches up first. He'll double it, but it's wide to the other corner. And now getting the boost, but Bacon wins out on the 50. He'll pass it back. Might be Gamer with the best read on this, but it'll be Pitt to cut in himself. Pitt now following it. Almost scores, but Luigi's able to get himself behind it. 50 to round. Bacon pass to himself. It's wide off the post again. Boston have set up camp, and finally they score. It takes a ricochet off the defense, but Boston get their goal. It's 3-1. Sent downfield again. Trying to pop that one up there. Was, I believe, Luigi, but not able to get much done. Gavin, though, a better 50 here. That'll get it down into the blue corner. Vaughn trying to cut in, but it's Bacon winning the 50. It's Bacon scoring number 4. A big 50 win and a shot to follow it up. Bacon extends the lead to 3. And Boston looking a whole lot better here on DFH. Up early here is Pitt. Won't get back to it as Luigi pops it down off the ceiling. Awkward here, though, for Denver as Gamer wins another challenge. Gavin trying to get up early. He'll clear it away, but it's right to Pitt. Pitt out to the corner where Luigi's waiting. He'll get it around 1. Cut, dunked in by Bacon. Now around the outside by Gavin. Popped down the sideline. Gamer trying to let it go back. Now he'll follow it up. High in the air. He'll clear it all the way. The time will run down. Denver surge, but they'll get nothing done. Boston starts slow, but they battle back, and they tie up the series after 2 games. Now the onus falls right back to the Apex, as they do get one more here, but they'll still fall short in the game. Hard to say, Lynx. I don't know. I have zero clue what to expect out of Daytona versus Incheon, and that's really going to determine it. As we can see the shots, never mind, Vaughn insta left, and so I'll have to look it up again. I would guess it'll be very Boston favored, but I'll let you know shortly. As, I mean, a much better game for Boston. Obviously, they give up one up in the end to make it 4-2, but certainly much better. I mean, they can't play Denver. I guess they can if they lose this series, because they can get number 2 if Incheon win. But I guess I'm kind of still betting on the fact that they might not lose this. If Boston get 2, they'll 100% play Denver. Because Denver 100% should win their play-in unless this league is broken. From what we've seen in the last 2 weeks. But, of course, we'll see. And people still believe in Vancouver, who I think are unlikely to play Denver, but it's technically possible. As this one's over to the right side. Bacon trying to play it down. Gavin around the outside, now centered across. I do agree, though, that if Boston get number 1, they're likely playing Vancouver round 1 in the quarters. As Pitt pops this one up, looking for a center cross. Gavin backing up, pass back across. Gamer's there. Bouncing ball. Bussin stepping in. Able to make that save. And let me check on the game number 2 shots real quick. As while I'm doing it, it's Gamer with a quick start. 1-0 Boston again. Bacon centers it around. No one's able to get a good clear. And Gamer drops it right under Luigi to give his team a 1-goal lead. By the way, it was Boston favored in that last game as they outshot him 11-6 and got 2 more goals out of it. Either way, though. As far as who Bedford are going to play, man, I don't know. Like I said, if Daytona lose, then you play Daytona. If Incheon lose, it comes down to game diff, which then depends on pretty much every result. It depends on the specifics of that result, as well as how Madison do. But you expect Madison to be pretty one-sided. As speaking of that, it's starting to look a bit more one-sided for Boston here. As Bacon clears it across, gets another off the sidewall, then gets a 50 on the post. And just like that, he doubles his team lead. And it's 2-0 for Boston 1 minute into this game. Luigi not going to get to this one either. Boston is there. Cut off the left wall. Now bouncing forward again. Off the backboard. Gavin's in the air, but can't get anything on it. Off the corner again, though. It manages to force a 50 back downfield. Bacon won't quite get the read. 2 jump. It's Gavin with a high pop. Gamer pushing it back in, keeping the pressure high. Luigi, though, cleared the other ways. Now Bacon up high. Bang to the back wall. Looking for a read, but it's cleared away by Gavin. High in the air again. Luigi sending it downfield. Pitt following it up. This one centers out. Gamer downfield. Following it up again. Now busting off the right side. Gamer trying to drop it down. Gavin lets it roll away from him. Now staying behind it, though. This one down off the ceiling. Luigi trying to play it downfield. It'll be Bacon already on it. Bringing it down. Losing that 50, though, as Boston's able to force it through. Gavin the same. Boston looking to play disruption, but that touch way too heavy by Gavin. That'll force Luigi into a bad spot, and he'll eventually lose it the other way. Cop jumping in again. Bacon passed back a bit too quick for Pitt to read. Gamer now a bit alone. It's over him. Bacon on the post. Just plays patient enough. Now up the back wall again. Gamer trying to get it away. There's a big 50. That'll force Luigi to play it. A bit low on boost. He'll get over one, but he'll lose big against Pitt. Pitt makes it 3. He wins a 50, and it goes all the way in. Just past the halfway point, and it's 3-0 Boston in game number 3, as they are taking over this series. Cop now staying with it, trying to track it downfield. He'll play it across. Out into the corner here, still following it up. This one now dropped down. Gavin trying to roll it over to the right side. He'll end up following it up. Now down off the ceiling again. Gamer long clear. It's over them all, but it's wide off the post. The follow-up's the same. Now they all get beat. But Pitcock gets back in time. I said Bacon, but I kind of knew it was Pitt because I combined it a little bit. Either way, though, it is Bacon up this time as he'll pass it down over towards Gamer in the corner, but Gavin just forces it away. Pitt now forced into a retreat. He'll have to make a save. He can't get it done. Luigi gets one back. 3-1. A power shot from midfield. Pitt tries to knock it down, but it still bounces through. And so just like that, Denver pull it a bit closer, but not for long. 4-1. It's a 3-goal lead again as Pitt gets a clean double down. Now another 150 forward. This will bounce up the back wall. Now cleared down off the backboard, off the left side again, high in the air here. Luigi able to get a 50 against 2. Bacon diving in. This is up high off the backboard again. Down the sideline. Gamer trying to get it downfield. Now up off the backboard again. 2 demos there by Bussin, but no one's there to force the issue. Luigi trying to pass it down. Gamer gets it off the side wall. Bacon even with Gavin. Gavin following it up. Pitcock bounces it up high in the air. Now dropping down. There's a shot and a goal. Denver breakthrough again. It's 4-2. A 2-goal lead now. All that is left. 30 seconds left to go. Not a lot of time. But let's see if they can get it done as Gavin goes for a bunch of fakes. Won't work out perfectly. Almost opens up a shot for Bussin, but it's saved away by Gamer. Pitt now look for a pass back. Bussin a 50. Bacon takes it away. Gamer can't get a piece of it, and now it's Luigi getting it down towards the back wall. Pitt will drop it down, though. Won't get anything else on it. Gavin needs a goal here. Gamer sends it out to the side. Now drop down again. Gavin won't get much there. Time will run out. And Boston. That hurts Bacon. But Boston take match point. Scrims don't matter, Lynx. Smile. But it's another 2-goal win as they outshoot them 14-5. And get 2 extra goals to add onto it. And so as we now look forward, as by the way, Denver are still outscoring them in the series. Just in case we had to say that. But now as we look forward, it looks like it'll be no changes on either side. And so we roll forward. Game. I didn't change the map. Oh, good. We ball. Game number 4. This is like the easiest map change possible, too. It's literally 2 clicks, and I just forgot to do it. But either way, game 4 back on Urban Central, unfortunately. We'll see if we change to Champions Field, though, as it's Denver looking to pull this one back. They need a game win here. Gavin plays it out to the right side again. Pitt, another 50 forward, rolling down. Luigi trying to get a piece of that one. Now up in the air by Gamer. Bus in, not able to get much on it. Gavin now not able to get to that one, as it's up off the backboard. Bacon now up towards the ceiling, dropping back down. Pitt trying to bounce it forward. No one on that one. Gamer out, not able to get a touch there, but not going to be punished just yet. Now it's Luigi trying to drop this one down. Off the backboard again, but it's cleared away. Now Gamer waiting under it. Looking for another. Going for the air dribble. The double is wide for now. Bacon off the backboard again. It now playing it away. It trying to keep it in as it's been dominant pressure for Boston. But still no goals on the board, and it could flip in an instant. Off the backboard here. Dropping down again. Now played up off the backboard. This one bouncing across. Gamer trying to follow it up. No. 50'd over off the sidewall. This one will roll down to Bussin. He'll get it down the sideline. Trying to follow it up, but Gamer will pop it right by him. Now played away again, off the backboard. No one able to get much there. Hit now over to the right side yet again. Gamer trying to stay behind it. He'll cut, looking for a 50, won't find much. Now played across, and own goal. As Pitt centers it, and it just is forced in by Luigi. Not much he could do there, just panics and hits it in the wrong way. Gavin looking for a pass across as he's switched into a Fennec, and his team needs this win. Now down a goal. Starting to look less and less likely in this series. Maybe a look here. Gavin tries to play to the back wall, and he'll send it home himself. 1-1. Gavin finds parity. It looked like he ran out of boost, but he just barely positions himself correctly. He gets a piece of it to drop it in. And it is 1-1. Now over off the ceiling, it'll roll down to Bussin. Centering out, but Gamer's ready for it. Bacon will flip by it. That kind of leaves Pitt alone for now. He'll have plenty of time to catch this one, though, plus a flick by one. Bussin last back. Plenty of time to play this one as well. He'll clear it off the sidewall. Now it centers. Haven't been able to get a 50. It's still centering towards the net, but no one will make contact. Luigi now trying to slow it down, getting awkward. 50'd out, and shot in. 2-1. Boston lead yet again. Gamer puts his team in front. It was a clean 50 by Pitt, and Gavin trying to put himself in the way isn't quite able to get the contact he needs there. Now Pitt down off the ceiling again. This one rolled forward. Gavin waiting under it, looking for a pass across, but Bacon's able to take it away. 2 minutes left to go. Pitt playing it off the side. Gamer winning the 50 down, and Bacon is there. Two-goal Boston lead. They're starting to run away with it. Still 2 minutes left to play, but it's starting to look a little bit far-fetched here. A little bit unlikely here. As this one's off the sidewall, dropping back down. Luigi, hard shot. Gamer puts it wide. Bacon gets the follow-up save. Bussin now under it as Gamer wins the 50 down off the back wall. Pitt will drop it back out. Bussin looking for a catch. Going for a dribble, and it'll get played away again. Now Gamer off the left side, looking for another catch. This one get 50 to cross. Bacon following it up again, up towards the ceiling and pushed back away. Pitt off the corner, centering across, but no one able to get much on it. Now off the left side yet again, Pitt chasing it down. He'll keep the pressure on. Boston taking over and just winning this series, it seems. It was a close game to start, but then they put up a couple quick goals, and they have not really looked back as they have dominated the last minute here. Of course, still 40 seconds, and if Denver can manage to break out, they will have an opportunity. But it'll have to be soon because there's only 30 seconds left to go now. No one on this one. Now popped forward by Gamer. Off the corner, no double. Popped out to the side again. Pitt now, up the sidewall. He'll waste time. Jumps off the ceiling though, so he won't have much threat on it. Bacon a little bit, but it's wide. 10 seconds left to go. And as it continues to tick away, Denver had a good shot in game one, but they can't keep it going. And Boston win 3 straight to claim the #1 seed. A 3-1 series win. They end their season at 8-1. And they look pretty good headed into the playoffs. Again, I'm a little bit scared for them. That it sure seems like their quarterfinal might be their hardest game of the playoffs because they have struggled against lower teams to an extent. But of course, yet to be seen. Because even here, as soon as the main roster went in, they looked good. It was hard to tell. And so, of course, we'll ask about an interview. And we imagine we'll have one. But we'll see. And well played to Denver, of course. I think they certainly looked less competitive through the late parts of it. But still, a pretty good play from them. A pretty good game from them overall. And it certainly just kind of looked like Boston were a step above. Either way, though, we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Boston. A little bit scary to start, but you get the 4-game win. How's it feel to be 8-1 and the #1 seed?
Never been better, doggo. I do want to just call out that Adam was having a lot of PC troubles, so constantly in that first game he was struggling. But you know what? When he took a step back, we were able to get our main roster in. We I think belt to ass that one. So well played, Apex, but you know what? They're not good enough. Maybe playoffs.
Fair enough, fair enough. Now, obviously, you can say Adam's PC issues, but what do you think was the hard switch between game one and the rest of the series? Even if it is the change that Gamer brought with his functioning equipment.
I think it was just pressure. Just constantly hounding him at the net. I think after the first game, the shot difference was crazy for the last 3 games.
I was definitely going to say, after watching that first game, we were playing so slow. And we were really able to see kind of what the Apex were doing. And I know when me, Bacon, and Gamer came in, like we were calming immediately, and we're like, we got this. Like there wasn't a doubt in our mind. So I think Gavin's a great player. I don't think that's a bad team over in Denver, but I think our strength is that front half. If we can like lock teams in, prevent them from getting boosts, get some bumps and demos, and win some big 50s. You saw one of the games we had 14 shots.
Yeah,
we're bound to get some of them. Even if our shot percentage is horrible. 14 shots compared to 5 in a game is kind of tough to, beat.
It's quantity over quality, okay?
Okay. Eventually, it will work well.
One's gonna go in eventually.
Hey, I mean, I got 1 million. I got infinity. I didn't even get a shot on that last game with my goal, so
fair. That'll help.
Not really.
No,
but love that team. Those guys are chill, and shout out for the Bulldogs for today's scrim.
absolutely. Now, of course, you guys are locked playoffs, and you're locked number 1. So you'll play the winner of the 8 versus 9 play-in game. Hard to say exactly who's going to be in that, but it will be Buffalo and then either Vancouver or KC. Who do you think you're going to play in the first round? And then, I guess, who do you want to play? Who do you think you'll play?
We want to play any of those teams.
Okay.
And I think Vancouver will win that. And then I think we'll knock out Vancouver. I obviously don't want Vancouver to win just because I do have the first round pick for them. So the lower they rank, the better my pick is, or the better odds my pick is. That's a whole new team now, isn't it?
Isn't it Corinth, Arium, Koala, and Arrow?
Yeah, that's right. No, that team has looked very, very good recently. Arium's an old pal of mine, old teammate. When Koala came in, he immediately got Vancouver a win. You know, like Boomer wasn't able to do it for some reason, but yeah, Koala stepped up for that team. And you know what? That's a very strong team, even if their record doesn't reflect that. So out of all of those teams you just mentioned, between that, KC, and Buffalo, I'd much rather play Vancouver, especially that I could force them to, give me a better pick.
Fair. Now I do want to just address, because like Mrs. Lynx is saying it, and Lynx was saying it earlier, they're saying you weren't playing well in the scrim.
They weren't wrong.
Not wrong. I was more preoccupied with my birthday.
Fair. Happy birthday, by the way. Big birthday win.
25, yeah.
Ooh, big.
I had some
Prism,
tea
by the way,
and some carrot cake. Delicious.
Huge.
And I got some Chipotle gift cards. So I'm going to be eating well for the next few nights.
Old is crazy.
Yeah, I am officially Unk status.
Is that the line? Is 25 the
25.
line? Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. Well, I think that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on the win. Have fun with your birthday pit, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you very much, Doggo. Appreciate you always.
To answer your question, Bacon, you are prehistoric. But anyway, a pretty big win here for Boston, as again, they knock in that number 1. So they'll be waiting on the play-ins to see which matchup they're up against, and then who they end up facing. That'll be determined next week, but now they just get to sit and watch. On the other side for Denver, it was a pretty good showing, but I think certainly they're going to want to regroup a little bit, make sure that they're locking things in, and then get good to go for their play-in matchup. Either way, that does it for tonight. As of now, no games scheduled tomorrow. We do have one for Wednesday, so make sure you're watching the Discord and this channel so you know when all the games are. That does it for now. Your final score here, one last time. Boston 3, Denver 1. And so we'll see you back later in the week for more Week 9.